So a question that I'm asked often is, how do you handle failure? You know, I don't like to fail. I have a hard time getting back up when I fail. It's interesting. Our country is actually pretty good at answering this question. There's a lot of inspirational people out there that we can just watch and see that they went through tremendous failures and they pop back and they're very effective in life. So you can be inspired by things. The problem with failure is when you're an unmotivated person, not if you're a motivated person that bumps into problems. So what does this mean? A motivated person can become uninspired because they've basically ran everything out of their tank and they're exhausted and they're tired. That person can be inspired by somebody else who comes to them and raises them up, but they can also inspire themselves again by just kind of being reminded of the importance of what's important to them, the importance of their values and what they go after, truth, finding things, building, greatness, okay, being magnanimous. Motivated people can usually capture that again. The problem with failure is generally isolated to those people who are classically unmotivated in the first place. So what do you have to do? You have to build the muscles of the will. I come back to this all the time because I like to bore people into success, literally tell them they must embrace the mundane. The idea here is this. If you're having a hard time with failure, it's because you lack virtue and you have vice. Now, you might go, well, that was a lot of name-calling, Dave. You just threw this all at me. Well, it is what it is, okay? I mean, if you said to me, I can't lift 20 pounds, what do I have to do? I'd say, well, you're weak. You need to become stronger. I mean, I might say, hey, good job, go for it. You're getting stronger, but the great thing about these videos is that I'm answering nobody in particular, common questions, right? So I would come back to that and say, I need to build my fortitude. I need to build my concept of magnanimity. Now you might say, well, how do I do that? You exercise them every single day, just like a muscle. This is the way you do it. If you're going to become stronger with your bicep, you have to use your bicep over and over again, feed it, use it, feed it, use it. And you don't become strong overnight. You have to have the humility to say to yourself, I am where I am right now. To have precision truth about yourself. If you can't handle failure, it's because you don't have the Kevlar that you need to get past things in life. You're classically not motivated. And when a person isn't motivated, it's because they're either not magnanimous, they don't have prudence, which allows them to have temperance and fortitude. And some people say, well, you throw out these terms about these virtues, but how do I get them? It is actually quite simple. Fail more often. And then when you do fail, get up and do something better. Fail at a card game and play a second one. Fail at golf and then play again. Fail at trying to shoot a target and keep doing it. And you might say, well, that sounds so arbitrary, but it's true. You find the people who generally fail in business, they fail at everything. They find themselves watching TV. They won't keep trying because as soon as they enter into this place of failure, they're so ashamed or afraid or their pride is so attacked on all forms of things that they won't do it. They won't engage in classic little banter and debate because they're afraid of being wrong or proved wrong, and they'll only argue non-intellectually and emotionally. Why? Because they're unwilling to learn. They want to be credited and known as the expert of all things without actually doing the work to get there. So failure and your ability to handle failure says an enormous amount about who you are in a deeper way. That is something we all have to look at. And if this sounds a little bit like a beatdown, it wasn't meant to. But it's very hard to identify yourself with what I'm saying and to take it and feel good. So if you feel a little bit uncomfortable, I wasn't trying to do that to you, but that's something you should probably react to by diving in. Go for it. You have it in you. You just have to do it.